Yo, welcome to a thing. Give me a few moments here while I get settled. Wanna get all my posts out and give Twitch a second to play the mandatory ad. Did that Crunchyroll leak never end up in Have I Been Pwned? I guess not. There we go. Okay. We are here for the best Pokemon game ever created. Absolute peak Pokemon game. It is just so good. I love it so much. And I wanted to wait until I figured out what team I wanted to use because I kind of wanted to plan out my team. And so I finally did that. I should probably get that open. Where did I put my team? Just to make sure I don't forget anything. I think this is correct. Okay. I have never actually played through Black 2. I think I've only ever played through White 2, at least to completion. So we're gonna play Black 2 as a change of pace, as something new and exciting. Of course, I stream right as Ish goes live. I feel so awful every time that happens. I feel terrible every time I do that. I gave him my Prime sub, so I think he will forgive me. I think he'll get over it. But yeah, anyway, I have so many buttons for my DS. There's too many DS buttons here. And my mouse is down. One moment, please. That. I'm gonna have a wired mouse for a bit, I guess. So much junk on my desk. Alright, I have a mouse. Yes, I am aware that there is a low battery. That's why I just plugged it in. Okay. I think we're good. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Wow, it's a Pokemon. remarkable. Incredible. Alright. What to name myself? Actually, no, I had a better idea. Because I was thinking of like the quintessential quintuplets. Because I was thinking of Twin Tails, which made me think of Miku, which made me think of quintuplets. And so here we are. How did you spell his name, actually? Actually, do I go Futaro or do I go Uesugi? I think I go Uesugi. That seems more thematically correct. Why they put the characters on a different page? I don't know if Futaro will fit, so we're gonna go Uesugi. We're just not even gonna worry about it. Let's go visit the world of Pokemon. Quite. Yeah, hurry up with your phone call. Pokédex. Wow. Alright, first things first, we need to change this text speed. And we need to pop a quick save. So I have heard from like multiple people that if you say no here enough times, you just like go back to bed and it gives you the game over. I have never been able to recreate that. I have never seen any evidence that that's true. I think that's just an urban legend. Like, I will just mash B here and it's not going to do anything. Like, I don't think... I don't think this is a thing. I think that this is fake news. Yeah. So, I've never seen any evidence that you can get a game over here. I've never seen anyone actually post any clips or anything of that happening. So, I don't think that's real. I don't think that's a real thing. Oh wait, it's Quillfish hair. Even though Quillfish is not native to Unova. Surprised so many people in this region seem to know what it is. Alright, let's go find Bianca. not very good at this movement. Already massive time loss. Not gonna get world record, guys. It's so pretty. No, a person named Yotspa? No. Never heard of her before in my life. Oh, sure. I will complete the Pokedex. Do I soft reset for a good nature? I think I soft reset for a nature that isn't actively detrimental. I think that's the play. And I do want to start with my boy Tepig. And there is really only one correct nickname for a Tepig. There really is only one correct name for this thing. In honor of Maryland, who has started streaming again, which is really cool. Excited to see what he has cooking up for that 20th anniversary. Alright, do I have a nature that isn't actively going to hurt me? Quirky nature. Neutral nature. I will take it. It's too early to really look this up, but I am actually gonna look up IVs as well. One moment, please. Tepig. Quirky. Level 5. Zero out the EVs. And HP 22, attack 12. I think I have at least workable IVs. By workable, I mean attack isn't awful. Nothing lower than 10. 30 to 32 special defense. 14 to 32 attack. I will take nothing lower than a 10. I think, realistically, for a single player experience, that is fine. Realistically, that's entirely okay. I just have so much nostalgia for playing this sequence for the first time. Way back, like 11 or 12 years ago. I forget when exactly I bought this game. And I'm gonna save because I want that beautiful, beautiful free experience. Alright, here we go. Time to use tackle. Like 8 times. My favorite. Or faster. That's definitely a good sign. And there we go. Man, literally throwing, but it's fine because we get that beautiful free level. Nearly 2 levels. That just saves me like knocking out 2 purloins on Route 19. That's all that does. we go. Yes, please heal my Pokemon. Why is the delivery man here? Did I grab a mystery gift? I got a Smurgle. Got a Genesect. Not going to be using any of these, by the way. As fun as it would be to use a legendary, I'm not actually going to use any of this. Okay. Genesect and Meloetta are kind of like the big events you want to get in this game. And this Smeargle is here for some reason. Okay. And another fun thing. I have never played this game with the Univalink before. So we're gonna have all these cool pop-ups all over the place. In honor of my playthrough of Black version. I have seen all these scenes before because, like, every content creator ever has done a playthrough with this. Like, I've watched Maryland, he did this. Chugga Conroy, he did this. RT Game in his Nuzlocke, I believe, did this. So I've seen all these scenes before. I've just never played this game with these scenes. Alright. Do I buy anything? I think I'm good. I think I'm okay. Oh, nice to meet you. You must be Bianca, right? Running shoes. Beautiful. Love to see it. And a town map. Alright, let's go learn how to catch a Pokemon. Because I've never done this before, clearly. Oh yeah, free potion. Aha. Come on, this way. Okay, yes, I know, Bianca. I have caught hundreds of Pokemon. Thousands of Pokemon. Caught so many Pokemon you wouldn't even believe. Alright, let's watch Bianca catch a cat. This is where you make the obligatory joke of, hey look, Hugh, I found your Purloin. Very unique joke. No one's ever made it before. It's actually going to be a while before we catch a permanent team member. I don't know if I will catch something temporarily to help us out in the early game, but it is going to be quite a while before we get our second permanent team member. Alright, off we go. Our first encounter of the game is this abomination. Look at this stupid little thing. Look at his stupid little face. With my luck, if I try to catch him here, he's just gonna break out. Why tempt fate? And we get 10 Pokeballs. Beautiful. We caught a rat. Beautiful. Love it. We have earned ourselves an abomination of life itself. No, I don't want to nickname this thing. Fun fact that I learned in my door randomizer. If you haven't done the catch tutorial, Alder just does not spawn here for this little cutscene. Something that you would never know without the door randomizer. The event here is still here. It's just this event isn't here before you do the catch tutorial. But this event up here remains the same. Alright, which of these houses has an item for me? Is it you? Yes, you give me a potion. And that is the only item in this town. There is nothing else of value here. There is no other reason to check the other houses here. Oh. It's nighttime. Oh. Guys, I came here at the perfect time. I came here at the perfect month. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I never get these items. Because I never happen to be here when it's autumn. I never am here in the autumn. You can tell how much your opponent wants to fight by looking into his or her eyes, don't you think? I guess? Alright, Broham. Exterminate this rat. Tragically, an easy 3-shot. Unless we get a crit? No. But if he just wants to spam Leer, that's fine with me. I am okay with that. If you just want to use Leer over and over, that is entirely okay with me. It's entirely fine with me. We got Ember, we got Stab, we got good moves. Yeah, there's nothing back here. Let's beat up this cat. It is amazing how well I know these first 3 trainers. It's amazing how well I know the start to this game. Alright, Ember's an easy 2-shot. And we're already up to level 8. Remarkable. I think that's what Hugh's highest is. I think he gets his starter up to 8 in the upcoming arrival fight. Just want to fight all the trainers for the experience. because in the good old days of Pokemon, fighting trainers gave you boosted experience over fighting wild Pokemon, and for some reason they took that away. For some reason they removed that mechanic. As much as I have played this game, I don't really know like where a lot of the hidden items and stuff are. I know some. I don't know that many. However, I do know. Hang on, I gotta beat up this rat. Gotta beat up this. Oh, we burned it. Burn the rodent. I don't know many hidden items in this game, but I know this Pokeball in this rock. This is one that I've kind of memorized. And we get this Pokeball. And there's a potion hidden here. That one I didn't know. It's just, oh, there's this long path leading to a dead end. Surely there's a hidden item at the end. And there was. I wonder if there's another hidden item in here anywhere. I'm not gonna douse for it. I'm not gonna bother trying to find it. Conveniently, this is the very last day of March. So this is the very last day that I would be able to do that. Grab those items. Because I don't believe any of that is accessible in winter. I think it's only accessible in autumn. I've heard people say that it's accessible in winter. I don't believe that's true. I'm pretty sure it's just autumn. Surely there's a hidden item here somewhere, right? Because this is a place that's locked out. Whatever. Gonna pop a quick save. What are the odds I can find a Riolu? First try. Honestly, Azurill, not a bad pickup. Azurill, or Azumarill, is a pretty good HM user. Gets Strength, Surf, Waterfall, and I believe Dive. So I think it's not a bad idea to grab one. Wait. It is a little bit of a pain to catch. That was a crit. Wow. Tragically, as an Azurill, not very strong. Alright, well, if you're gonna be my HM user, might as well give you a nickname. Might as well stick with the theme. Might as well just keep going with the theme. I'm gonna top up my Pokeballs while I'm topping up my HP. Just for fun. Just for kicks. Ad break in about a minute to the Twitch gang. Apologies. Not much I can do about that. Let's buy some Pokeballs. Did I heal? Yeah, I did. It would be very on brand for me to walk into the Pokemon Center, buy Pokeballs, and completely forget to heal. So Hugh here does, your rival here does have a second Pokemon, and he has his starter leveled up. His starter should have the elemental move, but it doesn't use it. Oh, he doesn't have a second team member. He just has Oshawott. It's high enough level that it should have Water Gun, but it just doesn't use it. I assume just because it's so early game, they're trying to throw the player a bone. Trying to help the player out a bit. Nice crit. Turn this from like a 5-shot into a 3-shot. It might have actually just been a 4-shot, but regardless, speeds things along. And we get Odor Sweep, a move that I will never use. Literally never at any point am I going to use it. Another free potion. Just giving them out like candy. Just giving them out like they're free. And you are just a convenient little healing spot, which is good. Love the convenient heal NPCs. You have a Purloin and something else, I think. Do you have a Patrat? She might have a Purloin and a Patrat. Lolpop. What are the odds you have pickup? I would not mind having a pickup user on my side. Would not mind having a pickup Pokemon on my side. Pickup turns into Intimidate too, right? Yes, you have pickup. Nice. I've done the thing before where you just fill your party with 5 pickup Lillipup and just pick up a bunch of items. I'm not going to do that. I cannot be bothered this time round. But it is a good way to just grab some like free items. It's a good way to just get some easy items. So good strategy. I'm just not going to bother to do it here. Assist. It... Did it miss with String Shot? That's possible? You can do that? Yeah, she has a cat and a Sawaddle. Because I remember talking about how Sawaddle is like a super wholesome Pokemon. Because she's like, who has the most admirable Pokemon? Like, well, Sawaddle is pretty admirable, so I do think you have me beat there. I do think you win in that department. Just want to top off my PowerPoints mostly, more than anything else. This guy up here, I know, has a sheep. There's a janitor in their ranch. Is that a job that like needs to be done? There's a Lillipup and Marie. That's right. I remember now. The crit? That's a lot of damage. And then the Marie. Shot on that Mareep, but it is throwing. Literally throwing. Literally throwing. It's just spamming Growl. I'm using Ember, dude. It's a special attack. I am, unfortunately, going to have to heal off from that stupid crit from that Lillipup. Then there's just one more trainer here. Alright, give me a Parliz heal. What do you have? Lillipup and something else? Lillipup and Patrat? You lead with Patrat. Patrat and Lillipup? Do you have a dog? That's what I'm getting at here. That's what I'm going for here. What is the gym leader's highest level? 14, I think? Psyduck. I don't think Psyduck has any water type moves this early, so I'm not too concerned about this. You do have Water Sport. I guess it's a water type move, but you don't have any water type attacks, I don't believe. We will never know because it is dead. X attack. If you're doing a challenge run or you're just struggling, X items, not bad. Not bad to pick those up. Speaking of picking up, my Lillipup has picked something up. Full heal. That's great to have this early. Yarp! Little pest, I'm a member of the group that strikes fear into the hearts of those who stand before it. Team Plasma. Ever heard of it? No. Really? We're the righteous group that tried to conquer Unova 2 years back in order to liberate Pokemon. Whatever. Fools will never understand us. Get frustration. Not a very good move, because it does more damage the less friendly your Pokemon is to you. The problem is that gaining friendness is just, or gaining friendship is just like a very passive thing. Like, basically everything you do raises happiness. Basically anything you do in the game raises happiness. So it is really hard to keep the power of frustration up. What do we have here? Another dog? I mean, I said I wasn't gonna fill my team with them, but if they like just keep showing up. Glad I didn't burn that. I was not expecting that to do that much damage. But we're fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. We're all fine. Just like this Lillipup is fine. But does it have pickup? It does. Another little known fact that I've seen people, like experienced Pokemon players, not realize. When you talk to her, she says, "You found Pokemon," or "You found Herdier, great," and doesn't heal you. You talk to her a second time, she starts healing you again. So you can use this as like a training spot and come back to her and she will heal you. Pidove. Honestly, not the worst thing in the world to grab. We will need a flying type at some point, so not a bad time to pick this thing up. Speaking of pick... Nice, got a Pidove. I joke, but I am actually going to check to see if my dogs have picked anything up. They have not. Alright. Looks like you've delivered the town map to your friend. Alright. Which way is the item? I think this is an X speed. Yes. Nice. I don't think there's actually anything back here. If you bring a special Pokemon back here, though, there is an event that you can have that does something cool. Yeah, there's nothing else back here, really. Alright, let's go check out Older's house. In we go. Alright, let's fight these kids and their monkeys. This kid has a Pansage. Incredibly tragic. Remarkably tragic. For him. I'm slower than a monkey? Really? Disaster. I can't one-shot a monkey. Broham. Broham. Well, we beat it. I guess that's what matters. And this kid has a Pan 4. So this thing we'll have to tackle. Nice crit. Huge. Massive. Alright, and now we get to meet this guy. We get the metal case. I do know the metal rattler, but he's gonna tell me it anyway. I should be checking trash cans. What am I doing? What is wrong with me? What have I become that I'm not checking all these trash cans instinctively? What am I doing that's not automatic? I've played this game before. I know this. I know that you do this. Just wondering if there's a hidden item around here. Always go around and check every trash can. It's just what you do in this game. Grab the Pokemon Center trash can as well. Just kidding, there's not one. Apparently I don't know this game as well as I thought I did. Oran berries. Very nice because they will heal your Pokemon if you give it to them to hold. Just automatically when their HP gets low. Which is huge. Either of you pick anything up? No. What do I even keep you around for? We'll check the gate trash can. And the trash can in here. Which also lets me scout out where a certain item pickup is. It's here. It's you. So we'll come back after the first gym. Actually, very important that you come back after the first gym. It's like an extremely good item pickup. Just making sure to grab all of the trash cans. Are there upstairs trash cans? Did I miss an upstairs trash can? No. No, I did not. I did miss the trash can in my house. Oh, Bianca's here. I forgot. She just, like, hangs out here early game. Oh. Trash can was hiding from me. The 3D art style hid that one from me. We Honkai Star Rail now, always checking all of the trash cans. Is there someone here who gives you an item, or am I hallucinating? X-Defend. Okay. Like I said, these are good if you're struggling. Worst case scenario, you can just, like, sell them for decent money. Free fresh water? Huge! Massive! I have to wonder if Tackle is actually better than Ember. With my attack stat as high as it is. How high is my attack stat? Yeah, I think Ember's probably still better. I think the gym leader's highest level is 14, so that's what we're shooting for. We're level 12 now, we should easily be able to get there. Well, almost 13. Surely, even with a lower special attack, Ember is better. Surely that's the case. Tackle might actually be better. Tackle might actually be the stronger move. Defense curl. I don't need Odor Sleuth. I don't really need Tail Whip either. But Odor Sleuth is especially worthless. Lillipup, Lillipup, my Lillipup, go! The Lillipup song. I think Tackle is better. It's a 3-shot either way, so I'm gonna use Ember. Actually, it's like the same. It's like bang on the same. Bang on the same damage. Last Serena. Serena. Kalos confirmed. Pokemon X and Y confirmed. You have Serena in the game. Ember, I think, is like a tiny bit stronger. I think Ember is just like the tiniest bit better. It's not a lot. It's not by a lot. But I do think it is better. They're like pretty close to bang on each other. Oh, the burn! Huge clutch burn. Massive clutch burn. So for fighting every trainer, I am exactly at the highest level of the gym leader. This is what peak difficulty curve looks like. This is what a perfect difficulty curve looks like. You do all the optional battles, and you are exactly the correct level for what you're taking on. If you don't do the optional battles, you're a little underleveled, you're probably fine. You're probably okay. But you do all the optionals, and you are exactly where the game wants you to be. Before I forget, I do actually want to give this berry to Broham. My dogs have items for me. Super Potion. That's not something you can get quite yet. Repel. Pretty useful. Quick save. Not my favorite gym leader theme, but it's pretty hype. It's pretty good. Ember is really nice for this team because they're all physical, normal type attackers. Like, I think their only attacking move really is Tackle. So if you can get a burn, that's huge. I didn't realize he had a heal, or I would have just used Ember. It's fine, Tackle should take it. Here. Lollipop. Oh, is his highest only 13? Nice little heal. If we get a burn, that'll basically guarantee the victory. This is why you want to burn him, is because he likes to spam workup, which is very dangerous if he gets that going. We're speed tied? You know what? You know what? I'm not taking any risks. We're using that Super Potion. There we go. It might have been fine, but I was not taking any risks. And just like that, we have the first gym badge of the game. The basic badge. And workup. Pretty good move. Setup moves, better than you might expect. Not strictly necessary in single player. But again, if you're struggling, pretty good. Pretty solid. And we get Return, which is the better version of Frustration. Does more damage the higher your friendship is with your Pokemon. wait, got a phone call. They're just all yapping. The X transceiver, actually really useful in this game. Surprisingly useful. I'll show it off in a second. And I get the C here that I'm not going to use right now. No, I do not need the C gear right now. Alright, so cross transceiver. Charon, first of all. First of all, he is just like a type chart, basically. Not very useful. What is useful is abilities. So he tells you, hey, Blaze increases the power of your fire type moves when your HP is low. Hiccup picks up items. It also picks them up outside of battle. And gives you like all of the little intricacies of the ability. Big pecs. Defense does not go down. Huge power. I have a huge power Azurill. That's good. I don't have to catch, normally I have to catch like 3 of those before I find one. Huge power is a really good ability because it doubles your attack stat after modifiers like EVs and IVs. And nature. I don't know if it includes stat changes. But it's like basically after any modifiers that you might have stat-wise. And then Bianca will give you friendship. Give you like an idea of how high your friendship is, which is useful with that return team. Anyway, actually, you know what? It's less optimal, but I'm gonna heal at home. Actually, it's a very good idea for me to do this. And at least temporarily, I'm gonna switch Maryland into the lead. Because there is something that I want to do with him. Just really quick on Route 19. You have Splash, and I want to use it. Alright. That's done. Trust me, that was very important. There was a point to that. There was a method to my madness. Well, I guess I'm not catching this cat. Definitely not catching this rat. Oh, I'm still leading with the stupid Azurill. What am I doing? let's switch you back around. Alright, so for healing at home and for using Splash, we have medals. There are medals for each of those things. Hey there! Got to upgrade your Pokédex with the habitat list. Neat. She gives you that question that you have to say no to, which is incredibly disappointing. Incredibly annoying. Alright. Hey, that gleaming thing there is the basic badge. Don't get a swelled head, it's a rough world out there. Here, I'll show you. Let's just use Hunter. Just spam that. Not the indoor, dude. Flame charge. Here we go. A physical fire move. Love to see it. Alright, there we go. What do you have, kid? Psyduck. Still don't think it has a water move yet. It does still have water sport. Okay, water attack, I guess, would be more correct. And he teaches you Dark Grass. You can have double wild battles here, and also the Pokemon are higher level. And also Pecha Berries. These will cure poison if you give them to a Pokemon to hold, or if you use them. Great Ball. Oh! I forgot something extremely important. Got something absolutely critical. Absolutely vital. Of the utmost highest priority. It's not this. Oh, right. Remember that rustling grass Bianca was talking about? Here on Route 19, it is utterly useless because all you can find is cat trap. That's all that shows up. It's the only thing that's going to show up. In other routes, it is very nice, but on Route 19, it is completely worthless. Okay, so after you beat the first gym up here, you get an Ultra Ball. You cannot buy these for a long time. It's going to be a long time before you get these. So you get one here, use it wisely. That Great Ball that we picked up, we can actually buy those now. You can actually get those. But the Ultra Ball, it is going to be a while before you can actually buy those. Speaking of balls, can I buy... No, I cannot get heal balls. One thing we can buy is repels. Those are useful. Keep you from running into wild Pokemon if you're in a hurry. Just keep topping up my Pokeballs. I don't really need anything else. Like, I still have loads of potions, because this game just gives you tons of potions in the early game. So I don't really need more healing. Yet. But Pokeballs are nice to have. Just in case you run into something cool. Alright, what do you have for us, kid? Preschooler Lynn. She's got a dog. Let's try out our Flame Charge. Which is nice because it does good damage and also increases our speed. Still not enough to one-shot a little pup. Wait. It's a Sawaddle. I'm gonna throw one Pokeball at this thing. And if we can't catch it, then so be it. Nice. Antidote. Very nice item to have. We have a second chance at Cat. Do we heed the call? I think we do. I think we do that. Well, we tried. We gave it the old college try, and now perish. I'm actually gonna switch my Lillipup into the lead because we have a double battle here. I don't really have anything that I want to get experience, but as Charon said earlier, the higher level Lillipup is, the better items it's gonna pick up. So it's not a bad idea to try to get it to level 11, because that is the next item tier, basically. It's where you get to the next tier of pickup item. And also because we're fighting a pair of Sun, these things can do nothing to us. Sunkern, if you're not aware, the lowest base stat total of any Pokemon. Yeah, look at how little damage that did to a Pokemon 4 levels lower than it. Admittedly, Absorb, not a great move. Not a particularly good move. So I will give them that, but also the base stat total is abysmal. Alright, so that gets us closer to 11. I don't know if I'm actually going to bother training them up. Nugget! Huge! And this person gives you some great balls. Guess you could say that's pretty great. Wait! Mom's calling to tell me how terrible my joke was. Welcome to Burbank City. A few things we can do here. Grab this Poketoy. Never know when you might get into a situation where you can't run away from a Pokemon. So, good to have one of these around. There's a hidden item around here somewhere. There's a pearl right here. That is a useful item to grab. Check the trash can. There is actually a trash can in Burbank that has an item in it. I believe it is right around here. Antidote. And you, I believe, give me a burn heal. Better have burn heal. Its accuracy, not as useful as the other X items, but still potentially useful. This guy just trades you a Pokeball for a Great Ball for some reason. And I think that's about all there is to do here. This little section is a Nuzlocker's worst nightmare. Because the Nuzlocke rules, you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in any area. And it's normally like based off of names. So this place, you get the pop-up for Verbank Complex. When you go to save, it says Verbank Complex. This place, when you go to save, still Verbank Complex. So it's still the same place, but the encounters are completely different. This game does that a lot. It's like a thing the game does a lot, where you have multiple areas that are named the same thing and have different encounters. Down in this section of Verbank Complex, the upcoming gym is a poison type gym. Steel is immune to poison, and you can catch Magnemite here. So that is a way to give you a little bit of an advantage. I don't know, I would say it's free, because Magnemite's not very good. But it's extremely inexpensive. It's a very easy fight if you have a Magnemite. Very easy fight if you can get your hands on Magnemite. So maybe something worth doing. Maybe something worth looking into. Don't leer at me. This is a version exclusive. In White 2, you would find Elekid instead. Just something to keep in mind. I'm trying to decide if I want to bother catching a Magnemite. We are actually not that far from picking up our second team member. Broham can take this gym, no problem. Broham can sweep through this gym pretty easily. So I think I might just not bother with temporary team members. Will you stay in the ball? Oh my goodness. What is Magby's catch rate? How hard is it to catch this thing? I'll lose my mind! Fine. We'll use the Ultra Ball. What? I'm losing my mind. Let me out of here. Let me run. Let me free. Well, that was a disaster. Now I don't have my Ultra Ball. Okay, someone liked every Mastodon post I have ever posted. Holy crap. I heard that sound so many times. My goodness. What do you have? Okay, I got Trash Master. That is the medal for checking trash cans. Alright, let's fight you. Oh, you have a Woobat. Interesting. You can't catch those yet. Well, we can't catch those yet. We will be able to catch them kind of soonish. Rustling Grass. So you can find rare Pokemon in Rustling Grass. Most of the time you will find Audino, which is a bulky normal type. Kind of more suited for double battles than single battles. I have used it before in a playthrough of Black and White 1. Not a bad Pokemon, especially early game. Double Slap is kind of inconsistent. Once you get Nature Power is a very good normal type stab move. But yeah, Audino, surprisingly pretty fun to use. Would recommend. I will not be using it, but it's a pretty good normal type. It's a better normal type than you might expect. It does kind of fall off endgame, I will admit. But early game in particular, it's very good, and honestly, it's still usable late game. It's still fine. But if you don't want to use it, honestly, knocking out Audino gives you a ton of experience. Very good way to train if you feel like you're underleveled or if you're struggling with a fight. Like, I think in any Pokemon game, it is the most consistent way to grind for experience. Is just fighting Audino. They do not give the most experience of any Pokemon, but they give a large amount of experience. Like, I think even better than trainers do. Especially since the number of rematchable trainers in this game is somewhat limited. So, Elekid's a little scary because I believe it has static, which could paralyze me when I make contact with it. Flame Charge is a contact move. unfortunately doesn't matter. Ad break in under a minute for the gang on Twitch. I apologize for that. Oh, wait! Right before the ad, Tepig is evolving. Broham has evolved into a pig knight. I want to learn arm thrust. Sure. We are now part fighting type. It would be good to have a fighting type move. Arm thrust, not very good, but it's fighting type stab. Stab is an acronym, stands for same type attack bonus. Basically, if you use a move that is the same type as the Pokemon, you do extra damage. Hey, Magnemite. Nice double supersonic miss. So this is what I bought those Great Balls for. This is why I got them, and I used up most of them. But I don't actually think I need Magnemite. I think we will be okay. I think we'll be fine. How do I get back there? I have to go around this way? Alright, see you later, weird dude. Growlithe. This is rare, isn't it? You don't normally get a lot of like really good fire type options in Pokemon games. It's normally the starter and like a couple others. We have like quite a few right from the start here. Growlithe is pretty good. Agby, pretty good. That's not a lot, granted. There is another one, like, relatively soon that we'll be running into. Oh no, you had Intimidate, so I can go ahead and flame charge you. No! Not the crit! You got the crit at the worst possible time. Okay, apparently this isn't rare. Apparently this is not a rare encounter. There's not really much it can do to a fire type, so I'm not too concerned. I wish I still had my Ultra Ball, because I don't think Growlithe has the most friendly of catch rates. Catch rate is a number between 3 and 255. Every species of Pokemon has one. The higher it is, the easier the Pokemon is to catch. Apparently Growlithe is not that low, because I caught it pretty easily. Basically, catch rate of 3 is the hardest to catch. Catch rate of 255 is the easiest to catch. I think it's like a 70% chance to catch at full health at 255. And like a 0.1% at 3. I don't remember off the top of my head. Don't quote me on that. step-by-step saver. So apparently we've saved our game quite a bit. And we got one for our first evolution. Oh, I want to talk to this guy. Have I seen everything in this area? She will give you something. Oh no, I'm still missing something. And he gives you an ether, which is a nice item to have. Restores your power points. Not any consistently renewable ways to get those, I believe. So very valuable items. You want to save those for the end game boss gauntlet, basically. This kid say he wants to impress Roxy. Thinks he's gonna impress Roxy with the Patrat. Huh. What a loser. Well, you're not gonna impress Roxy with a rat, dude. Is a Riolu. Very rarely you can run into Riolu in Flagacy Ranch. So if you want to grind for a, I believe it's a 10% encounter. Not very strong early game. Gets much stronger late game. Once it evolves, basically. Also, Lucario is just sweet. It's just a really cool Pokemon. I just, A, have used Lucario many times before, and B, do not need two fighting types on my team. But if I wanted a fighting type, I would pick Riolu. Riolu's cute, Lucario's just awesome. I spy with my little eye. TM Thief. Not very good, but if you want to steal items, you can have that. Thief, just a move that lets you steal an item from the opposing Pokemon, if it's holding one and you are not. I believe in trainer battles, you don't get to keep the item, even in single player trainer battles. In wild battles, for sure, you get to keep the item after the battle. And there are Pokemon that hold, like, really good items. So, something worth considering. Something worth thinking about. Something to ponder over. Okay, so I have beaten all 3 of the workers. And we get Rock Smash. Also not a very good move, but it will help us much, much later. We will need it much later in the future. No, we're gonna get better healing items very soon. I'm not gonna waste my money. Did I heal? I didn't heal! I also have not picked up any items. Disaster. Get ourselves another fresh water. In case you couldn't tell, you get one of these at every single gym. So, pretty cool. People complain that this song exists in the English version of this game. I don't get it. It's a bop. It's a banger. It's a certified Jason classic. It's so good. Like, people complain, oh, her voice is so shrill and annoying. Her voice is exactly as shrill in the Japanese. It sounds exactly as high-pitched and shrill in the Japanese. Get out of here. Get out of here. If you want to complain about that, sure. But don't pretend like the Japanese version is better. The Japanese is exactly the same, just with different lyrics. And you wonder why we don't have voice acting on Pokemon. It's because you guys complain about everything. That's the reason why. Should I put on my Pecha Berries? I think I'll save it for the gym later. We'll just save him for Roxy. I always forget if Grimer or Coughing is the physical wall. One of these guys is a physical wall, one of them is a special wall. I don't remember which is which. I never remember which is which. I guess Grimer is the physical? Nice crit. I don't think it mattered, but still. Oh, let's find out. That did about the same. That was about the same. Still hard to tell. I guess Grimer took it better than Coughing did. Don't quote me on this because I don't remember for sure, but I believe Grimer can get Poison Touch, which is an ability that just poisons you on contact. Venipede for sure gets Poison Point, which is an ability that poisons you on contact. So once again, things to be aware of, things to be mindful of. You got lucky this time, did not get poisoned. Not the poison gas, man. Alright, I'm gonna go heal. And then I will go ahead and set the Pecha Berry as well, because I kind of don't want to be poisoned. Kind of not a thing that I want to happen. Kind of would appreciate if I didn't have to worry about that. I only got 3 of these, so yeah, it is for the best that I didn't use them. My dogs have picked stuff up, though. Potion. Can't say no to those. Antidote. Very topical. I forgot to save. It's fine. I am not expecting this to be that much of a challenge. We're pretty over-leveled, to be honest with you. I don't think this is really going to be too difficult. That's a 3-shot. Fortunately, did not use poison gas. That was a crit. I thought that was just normal damage. No, that was a critical hit. I think she's gonna heal. Honestly, gonna take advantage of it to defense roll. Try and take hits a little bit better. Nice crit! Then Whirlipede. Again, this thing has Poison Point. Something to be aware of before you go out and use physical moves. So anyway, we're gonna go out and use a physical move. Pretty easy 2-shot. And we are done. Really good luck with a poison point. Didn't get poisoned from that once. You do not need to know. You do not need to know that move. Got the Toxic Badge. And Venoshock is the reason I didn't really want to be poisoned. It does extra damage if you're poisoned. And her Whirlipede for sure has it. Ultimately, it didn't matter just because we're kind of over-leveled. As it turns out, when you just charge ahead with one Pokemon, that Pokemon gets kind of strong. That Pokemon kind of gets a lot of experience and gets a lot of levels. Pokemon Center fan. I want to take that berry off. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pokestar Studios. Probably one of the most massive side activities in a Pokemon game. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say this is like one of the most massive and nuanced side activities out there in any Pokemon game. Like, I'm trying to think of a more extensive, expansive side activity. Like, I don't think even the Battle Frontier is quite as big as Pokestar Studios is. Just because there's so much to do. And, like, basically every single one is slightly different. Alright, we're gonna watch a movie. Exciting. Who's excited to go to the movies? You can kind of speed this up, but you gotta watch the movie. Come on. The Midlife Man of Justice versus Bryson Man. Riolu Man. Challenged by Masked Man Bryson Man. Go, my Pokemon. Unleash your power and destroy everything in this amusement park. Messenger of Truth and Ideals. Riolu Man enters. Riolu taking out the Bisharp. Ponyard. Can't believe I got those confused. I will retire in disgrace. Prepare to be finished. Oh, everyone's asleep. Everyone's fallen asleep. Not the air slash, bro. Riolu has been killed. I wasn't hero material after all. Well, never forget how he timidly fought with all of his might. Wasn't that a great movie, guys? It's a really good movie. Well, off he goes. Let's head into the studio. we get to remake the movie that we just watched. Because it was so bad that they needed to redo it. Alright, let's make a movie. The first time you do one, you have to choose the rental option. Eventually, you do unlock the ability to do it with your own Pokemon, but you have to do each one with a rental first. And by the way, things like critical hits and random damage rolls are in play here. So basically, you look at this scenario, and you look at the script, and it basically tells you what to do. And it tells you what Pokemon they have and what their moves are. And basically, from this information, you have to figure out how to get to the ending that they want you to get to. So in this case, we just use Force Palm, because that is super effective against Pawniard. It is actually quad weak to fighting. Dark and Steel, both weak to fighting type. And then the dialogue you choose here does usually affect the outcome of the movie. So in this case, we want to say, "Bring it on," because that gets him to use Feint Attack, which is a dark type move, which Riolu resists. And so now if we Ice Punch, super effective, takes down one hit, and we're done. That was a simple one. They get more involved than that as you go, as you unlock more. This can be a non-progression point if you're not careful, because Pokemon will not save your game if you have a different save file saved than the one you are playing on. You can have one save file, it will let you start a new game, but it will not let you save that game. And so because you have to save your game to release a movie, basically, if you start a new game while you have a different save, this is basically just a soft lock, a non-progression point, and you cannot continue. So make sure you delete any old save files if you want to keep a save, because it will not overwrite a different save. We don't actually have to go and watch this movie, but we can if we want to. From here, we can just like go and continue the story. But we gotta watch our movie, right? We gotta watch our better version of the movie that the captain did. There is actually a reason why we want to watch this movie. You do get rewards based on how you do. Oh, I got this cool like manga pop-ins. We got the crowd pumped. Got the audience invested. We did it. We saved the day. But Bryson Man is sequel hooking us. So I guess we gotta do another movie at some point. This song, by the way, remarkable, incredible. So when you do good in movies, people give you items, like you get these lemonades, which remarkable healing item. Heals 80 hit points. Like right now, our strongest is 71. So it's not like already more than a full heal. We can also just buy these from the vending machine, they're pretty cheap. With that said, Soda Pop is the best bang for the buck, 60 HP. Worth buying a few when you see a vending machine. I'm gonna grab 5. Soda Pop is the most cost-effective healing item in the game. As you do more movies, you'll unlock more fans that give you more items. For now, I believe we only have the one guy with the lemonades. And we have this board that lets us see how good our movies are doing. How many lemonades did we actually get? I wasn't paying attention. We got 5. So that's pretty good. Anyway, we could do more movies, but I think I'm done for now. I may come back here at some point, because there is stuff that I want to do here. But for now, let's head to the dock. It's Team Plasma. They're here to cause trouble. Yeah, I think I can beat you. I think I can beat this guy. He's got a rat. I can definitely take this guy. No problem. Oh, he's got detect. just wasting my time. Remember when I said arm thrust is not the best move? It's nice that it's multi-hit. There is a reason why you might want to have a multi-hit move, but it's not very strong. You got cut. I don't remember if the Azurill line learns cut. I don't think it does, tragically. If it did, it would be the perfect HM user for this team. But I kind of feel like it doesn't. Yeah, no. Got a hyper potion. That's 200 hit points, I believe. Again, going to be a very long time that before we can buy those. So here's a tip for you. If you want to train up a Pokemon, lead with them in your party. Forgot I haven't fought the teacher yet. Lead with them in your party. When you get into battle, immediately switch out. It splits the experience two ways, but it means that the weak Pokemon gets some experience. Pretty basic, but good to know. Basically, experience is split among all Pokemon that take part in the battle. So since Broham is so overleveled, it's good to go ahead and spread that experience around. We're only to level 9. Alright, well, after that little side quest, back to Verbank we go. There is a trainer that I skipped because she can be a little tough. I was gonna come back to her later and I forgot. She has this Dunsparce with rollout. Dunsparce can be a little bit bulky. It can take some hits. And it has rollout, which is a move that gets stronger over time. It basically hits for 5 turns and it gets stronger every turn. So it's really weak here, but as it keeps being used, it grows stronger. So if you let rollout get going, it can be pretty rough. Because I am overleveled and have a fighting type move, not difficult. But if you're not prepared, she can be a little tricky. Thought your movie was pretty good. No, his movie sucked. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Alright, and And now it is time for us to head to Castelia City. And we have registered Uesugi in the cross transceiver. Basically, what he does is help catch you up on what your next objective is. If you are ever lost as to what you should be doing in the story, you can call him and he'll like give you a hint. That black sailing ship, what could it be? I wonder. This is Castelia City. I believe it is still the second biggest city in Pokemon in terms of sheer number of things to do. Lumiose, I believe, still is number 1. Later games might have like physically bigger cities, but they have like less to do. There's like not as much actually to do. One of the things we want to do immediately is buy a Castelia cone. You want to buy a dozen of these at every opportunity. You can do it once a day. So you want to make sure you are always, anytime you are in the area, you want to buy a dozen Castelia cones. I will explain later. And we're actually just free to leave. We can just go if we want. In fact, we want to do that because we get the dowsing machine here. Use the dowsing machine to have it at least register them by pressing the Y button. So this is a really sweet mechanic introduced in Gen 5 in the original Black and White and then expanded upon in Black and White 2. So, the dowsing machine. We hit Y or hit the little checkbox, it's registered. The bicycle, we can register that too. Now we have this menu where we can just quickly, without having to go into the menu, open up these items. We can reorder them if we want with the select button. Now, what makes this really sweet is if I go to the Pokemon menu. The Pokemon menu is now registered in my Y button. Just like that, I can get back to this menu. The reason that's significant is I have the dowsing machine up. I want to reorder my Pokemon. I have to close the dowsing machine to open the X menu. That sucks. I don't want to do that. So now I can just, without having to close my dowsing machine, jump into here and reorder my Pokemon. Pretty sweet. I want to have my TMs just like always quickly available. I can register this menu. I have this free space. I can register that and I can move useful items into it. That repel we got earlier, we can move that to the free space. Now I can just jump straight into my bag. Really cool. Anyway, speaking of the dowsing machine, I do actually want that up. So we actually cannot proceed past here. There's these rocks here. There's nothing we can do to get past them. We can, however, get into this little patch of grass. And there's some trainers here. There's some items here. There's this mystic water here. Increases the power of water type moves. Very useful. Very good. But we can go ahead and catch some Pokemon here. Sandile, pretty strong. Gets Intimidate for its ability, which will lower your attack. Or it can get Moxie for its ability, which will raise its attack when it knocks something out. Those are both really good. Really strong. Get Darumaka here. It evolves into Darmanitan, which is just an insanely strong fire type. I do want to go ahead and catch this thing. Not because I want to use it, just because I want to catch things. You want to try to get to at least 30 Pokemon in your box. Because that, well, not in your box, 30 Pokemon captured. Because that unlocks a really cool mechanic that you absolutely want to participate in. Hey look, there's Darumaka. I should not be leading with Lillipup. This should not be in my lead. I should switch over to someone else. I say someone else like I have anything else to switch to. But yeah, lots of really good Pokemon on this route. Nice Rage Miss. I think that's because Darumaka gets Hustle for its ability, which increases its attack but lowers its accuracy. I forgot to switch Lillipup out of the lead. It's so close to level 1. I should just beat up this Darumaka. Get it to level 11, we can get better items. It'll be great. There we go. Lillipup to level 11. That'll put it in the next tier for picking up items. Do I have the restore menu? No, I do not. That was not added until Gen 7, apparently. Or Gen 6, rather. I'm gonna use a couple of these potions. I am looking for something specific here, by the way. I'm not just wasting time. As much as it might seem that way, there is a purpose to me coming. It is here, right? A 5% chance? I can get it easier later. Do I want to bother with this? Is this worth it? I did not want that crit. Not ideal. Not what I was going for. I believe this was the first game that introduced tile immunity for encounters. So like when you walk from a standard tile into an encounterable tile, like this sand or the tall grass, you basically get 3-step immunity, where for 3 steps you are guaranteed not to run into anything. Which is a problem when I keep accidentally running out of this little patch of sand. Because it means that for 3 steps, I'm just guaranteed not to run into it. Trubbish is also not what I'm looking for, by the way. I thought this would be quick and then I could end stream. I didn't realize I was fighting a 5% chance. Trubbish is a Pokemon that's kind of memed on by a lot of people. Oh, it's just a pile of trash. But it's not a bad Pokemon. I believe it's kind of bulky, which is nice. It gets Stench, which can make Pokemon flinch occasionally, which is nice. Poison, not a terrible defensive type. Resist fighting, resist grass. This Sandile has Intimidate. Intimidate, one of the best abilities in the game. There's a reason why Incineroar is rampant and competitive right now. I mean, there's many reasons, but one of them is Intimidate. It's a reason why Landorus ruled competitive for so many years. Again, there's actually many reasons, but one of them was Intimidate. Intimidate, lowering your opponent's attack. Really good. Really good ability. Really good to be able to do. Moxie, also not bad though. It is generally better to buff your own stats than to debuff your opponent's. And so for that reason, if you can get Moxie going, that's also a very strong ability. I don't know if I'm gonna find this thing tonight. I thought this would be quick. It was not quick. another Trubbish. I don't remember if weak armor is a normal ability for Trubbish or if that's its hidden ability. I do not recall. I also don't know if you'd really want weak armor. Is that good? I think I might have to give up. There's another place not too far off where we can get this thing even easier. So it's not strictly necessary to get it now. I was just kind of hoping we could get it early. But it seems like that might not be the case. Seems like that might not happen. I believe in white version, instead of Trubbish, you're gonna find Minccino here. Not a bad normal type, but you will get a better chance to get it later. Very soon. So if you are playing white 2 and you are tempted to get a Minccino here, do not. You will get a better one very soon. If you want a Trubbish, this is not the worst time to find one. And I don't think you're really going to find a better one. I wonder if I should be fighting these things. I think I'm high leveled enough. I really don't need to be fighting wild Pokemon. I can let them live. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give up. I don't think I'm gonna find this thing right now. Maybe it's worth grinding it off stream, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like I'm gonna find it right now. Oh! I found it. Beautiful. That crit was almost disastrous. That crit was almost really bad. What are the odds I can catch it in a Premier Ball? Look at this dude. What do I name you? Do I just call you Gold? I'm gonna call you Gold. In honor... Oh wait, 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 oh wait. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Welcome to the team, Skidmark. Oh, I forgot about you. So Pokemon breeders. They battle you every single time you walk into their line of sight. So be careful. Be careful of the Pokemon breeders. Not the Mud Slap, man. Don't lower my accuracy. I was gonna say that's a shame, because it would have been nice to have this experience on someone else. But I forgot, I can just fight this guy whenever. I can get this experience whenever I want. Rollout can miss, by the way. It is not 100% accurate. Alright, so in case you couldn't tell by my reaction, Scraggy is my plan for my second permanent team member. Bicycle, by the way, just a really fast way to move around. Faster than running shoes. Gonna grab Flash while I'm in the area. Lowers your opponent's accuracy, but also it will light dark caves, which will be relevant later. And this guy gives you a Moo Moo Milk. Now the question, was any of that actually worth it? Is my Scraggy any good? Home nature. Minus attack plus special defense. It's not great. It's not very good. Well, welcome to the team, Skidmark. Starting Cyclist was for using your bike. New Face Hero is for doing the Bryson Man movie. I kind of want to catch one of my other team members in a heal ball. So I'm going to grab a few of those. Grab a few great balls as well. Then you. You know Geonet? I do know Geonet. This up here is Geonet. It lets you register where you live and share it with people using wireless communication. That's all shut down. So that's pretty cool. All right. On that note, that is where we're going to go ahead and call it a stream. Pretty good progress. 2 gym badges, plus we made it to the city where we can pick up the 3rd. We've only picked up 2 team members, but we are going to pick up another one very quickly here. It'll be a short gap to the 4th, but 4th and 5th will also be pretty quick, and then 6th will not be too far after. Like, just over halfway through the game, basically, is when we'll have a full team. Which is pretty quick timing, but those were just where the Pokemon I decided I wanted to use ended up being. Kind of my goal is, what's a cool Pokemon that I've never had a chance to use before? And some of these I have used before. Like, obviously, Emboar I use a lot. My fourth team member I have used at least once or twice. And actually my second team member I am currently using in a playthrough of a different game. Or my third team member, rather. Because I did this a little out of the order that I had planned it out on my list here. Anyway, enough of my rambling. I appreciate everyone who hung out and stopped by and hung out, whatever. As ever, I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you in the next one.